Friday! Happy Friday! Yo, let's go! It's the Friday Night Rcade Show! Welcome to the show! To the show! To the show, let's go! It's Friday! It's Friday night, so let's make a toast and let's say what's up to your show host. We got Brooklyn, menace, and Papa Brad. Don't mess with Nick, so he'll get mad. Sketch gaming and the family. Shout out to the chat room and community. Join us now and let's have some fun. And keep on playing till the night is done. Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Yo, let's go! It's the Friday Night Rcade Show. Welcome to the show, to the show, to the show. Let's go! It's Friday. The one quarter challenge may start a fight, but we always have fun 'cause it's Friday night. We're not like the others, we ain't saying names, 'cause on the show we actually play the game. So crack your beer or spark up the ball. We got solid girl in a tight blue thong. Not being a bear, no, I'm just a man. Gonna shoot my rings while I scream, oh yeah! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Yo, let's go! It's the Friday Night Rcade Show. Welcome to the show, to the show, to the show. Let's go! It's Friday! It's Friday! It's Friday! It's Friday! Yeah! It's Friday! It's Friday! It's Friday! Smash the lights! Yeah! Friday! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Yo! Let's go! It's a Friday Night Rcade Show! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! Let's go! It's the Friday Night Rcade Show. Welcome to the show, to the show, to the show. Let's go! It's Friday! It's Friday! It's Friday! It's Friday! Yeah! It's Friday! It's Friday! It's Friday! Smash the light! Yeah! It's Friday!
Happy Friday, everyone. We're all up on the screen
All
immediately.
right. Wow.
We're all here. It's Brooklyn Menace back with the Friday Night Rcade Show, the late night show for the home arcade community. What an exciting Friday this is for me with the announcement of the Evercade Alpha. Joining me tonight are two of my co-hosts. We have Papa Brad's Gaming. What's up, Brad? Happy
Man, I'm
Friday,
so
man.
glad to be here. So excited for you, Brooklyn, with this great Evercade news. So excited for you.
And we have the newest addition to the Evercade family. He doesn't even want to show his face until he plays it because he wants to make sure he likes it first. Let's say what's up to our other co-host, My Family. What's going on, My Family? Happy Friday.
Hey, happy Friday. How's it going?
Good. Are you since our last episode you pre-ordered an Evercade VSR?
I actually got
and
it
you're
right
already
here.
we can't see. We don't even know what those are. They just look like black squares.
He's in the witness protection program. We got to keep him safe, Brooklyn. But yeah, I see. I smell some Evercade cartridges.
Yeah,
I can smell them.
this one
He's
is
already building up a good collection.
He's got a head start, Brooklyn.
When's my Evercade getting here in July?
Next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's in,
I think it's sometime in July.
yeah.
And then the well, how do you, let me ask you, let's just start this off real quick.
Okay.
How do you feel that you pre-ordered the VSR and now they announced the Evercade Alpha? Are you happy that you got the VSR, or now are you wanting the Alpha as well?
No, I'm glad with. I actually bought the handheld and the console.
You
So I'm
did?
getting both of them. Yeah.
Well, you're worse than me.
Well, one's for me and one's for my daughter. She's
I
going to get
think-
the handheld.
I think you're both going to really enjoy it. So I'm glad to have you on board. I am glad that you got the VS because I've been wanting to a long time integrate some Evercade play into this show where we can play against each other in some of the games right off of the Evercade. And unfortunately, as of right now, you know, as far as with the alpha, there's no HDMI out on that. That would have been awesome, man. Just have that set up right here.
Wouldn't that be the perfect console for that too? It's the right size. It's small. You can put it right in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I don't want to harp on it, but to me, it not having HDMI, I mean, if they made a more deluxe version and it was, you know, even if the deluxe was the only one that had it, I would still have to have it just for the HDMI out.
Yeah. If you don't know what the alpha is, and by the way, shout out to everyone that has joined us in the chat room. We really appreciate it, and we love seeing you all here hanging out with us. But if you haven't seen the 50,000 other videos that always come before me, because I do the late night show for the home arcade community, check this out. This is the alpha, and this is the Friday Night Arcade Show twist.
Ooh,
on the trailer for the alpha. Let's check it out.
I'm ready. Let's see it.
Big shout out to our man Kevin Clausen with that $4 super chat. Could we not talk Evercade tonight? He's just kidding. Did you not think we were going to talk a little bit about Evercade tonight?
This is I knew Brooklyn. This is like your love. I mean, you have a passion for the Evercade. How can we not talk Evercade with this news drop?
You know,
and I have to say, this really piqued my interest. Brooklyn Menace. This is like exactly kind of what I'm looking for from Evercade in a way. Except for the HDMI out, I think it's really strong. The price is good. It's going to be good quality, you know. And by the way, the metal version, Brooklyn, is better, by the way. The metal version is way better.
Yeah, do that together real quick tonight. With the HDMI out, I wish that would be a consideration before it comes out, because it would be so great for content for YouTubers that actually enjoy playing these devices, and I would get a lot of use out of that. I would use that.
I would use the
on
heck
the
out
show
of that
a lot to play against you guys in games on that. I was thinking, like, I had asked the question on the Super Game Room dudes, but they didn't bring that question up. I was asking, like, can't they consider HDMI out and just like patch the games that aren't
That's
licensed?
what I'm saying. Why can't they just run a patch like what iArcade did with the Sega? Just make those particular ones not work, and then give everyone else the freedom to play. You know, to play all those great games. You know.
Yeah, because that would be such an awesome addition.
But here's the reason why I think it's a win, Brooklyn. This will bring new people to Evercade. Some people will get this arcade that don't have an Evercade before. You know, so they could bring new people in, as well as getting, let's face it, if you already are a big Evercade collector, you're going to have this. I mean, this is a must have. Don't you agree? If you already have a collection.
I went on Rexer yesterday. He was beating me up over it because he knows I love Evercade, but you know, he doesn't see it my way. I see this as the evolution. You know, they already had the handheld. They already had the console. What were they going to do next? This is a perfect step, perfect size, form factor for, you know, not too much ridiculous shipping. Because you don't like walk into stores in the US and say, oh, you know, have that Evercade. They're shipped to you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not 100. It's not 100. It's not a 100-pound box. You know, it's not a 100-pound box to ship. But
yeah. So I'm glad when I found out that if you go for the deluxe through Funstock, that it will be shipping from the US. I'm getting that one day one, Mega Man, because though the games that are on there are more of the games that I will play. It's got beat 'em ups, a shoot 'em up. By the way, both of which Carrier Airwing is on there, and Knights It Around, both of which I will be playing against the two of you tonight in our 1/4 challenge.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. But the way I look at it like this, it doesn't hurt to have this in their ecosystem. They have Super Pockets, which
absolutely.
are tiny, which for me, I like the idea, but it's a very introductory way for people to get into the product. They could just shove that in their back pocket, but I just can't play on a 2-inch screen. And especially a game that's going to have like a RPG that's going to have text. I'll never see that playing it on a 2-inch screen. I have trouble enough seeing it on my EXP, but that's why I have every option. And that's what it's all about, Brad. That's something that you always say.
Options are good.
Options are good.
100%. 100%. I mean, to me, here's what I like. One thing I like about it is every gripe people had with Arcade 1-Up, they have pretty much straight up answered it directly from the launch. They're pretty much fixing all the things people don't like. Bad marquees, bad controls. And I have a feeling this is going to be a quality product. Now, and the thing in Brooklyn, I was a fan of a lot of the games that are on Evercade because they were on iArcade. I know the games that are on there. And this is a good product for someone that's into retro gaming that wants to play physical media. You want to own cartridges. This is kind of a different jam, I think.
Yeah.
This is for people that like to collect stuff a little bit. Do you agree?
I agree. It's people that
you
have
could
something
pirate all these
physical
ROMs
that they can touch and see. You have a nice collection.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's different between this and say an Arcade 1-Up Countercade. Because when you purchase that, unless you were going to mod it, it was what it was. But this, immediately, I'm like, wow, I have over 500 games besides whatever's built in that I can play on this. And if you're not familiar with Evercade, there's other things that they do where they put out the game of the month, which will be a game that's going to be released on an upcoming cartridge. And when you update the firmware each month, you get that new game of the month that you can play. So how's it going to hurt me having a little arcade over here that I can, just pop on whenever I want, have a couple of cartridges that suit that, and just enjoy myself. There are certain games, like I was saying on Rexer, that are better suited to be played on controllers. And if I'm going to play something on a controller, yeah, I'll be downstairs on my VS. But I'm playing stuff on the smaller screen, which I get a lot of enjoyment out of. So I'll be fine with that 8-inch. I think it was a good choice for them to start with a smaller form, test the waters, see what kind of reception this gets, which I believe it will get a good reception because people that already have a huge cartridge collection, how's it going to hurt them? People are paying more money to try to obtain one cartridge than it is for the whole alpha. So the people that are into Evercade are willing to spend the money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to throw money at this. I mean, the Evercade collector, this is a must-have.
Yeah.
The question is, is this going to bring new people in from home arcade community?
I think it will.
Will it draw people in that are not already the hardcore Evercade collectors?
And that's where what being on Rexer last night, some of the stuff he was saying, he feels like some of these channels, they just promote it but they don't really care about it.
I love the games.
I can
I'm
care
just gonna,
less.
I'm going to stop right there. I love the games.
If bigger channels are promoting it,
yeah,
and it's getting it in front of people that might have never known about it, that's good for me because that's more people that may now find the Evercade that wouldn't have from smaller channels like me talking about it all the time. And that'll bring more people to the party.
Physical media, you're talking to a person that has hundreds of Atari cartridges. Now, can I play all these on my computer? Yeah, but there's something about having a cartridge, having that physical media, and having that, that finite product, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have all these cartridges, the same reason I would get an Evercade, because people are asking, well, why would you get an Evercade? You have all this stuff, And the same reason I get an Evercade is the same reason that I originally collected Atari cards. I think it's very collectible. And they do have a good library. They got a lot of good games that I would love to play in an arcade form factor on and support this new product.
All right. Let's take a quick pause and get into this.
Hi, hello. Can I interview you for YouTube? Are you gonna? No, I don't want to. Why would I want to talk to him when you're? What is your costume?
Sonic.
You're Sonic? Wow. Nice meeting you. I'm gonna go try to find some more costumes. So far, you win. Christ, if I wasn't married, I'd be dating Sonic right now. I'm taking Sonic out for dinner tonight.
Shout out to Jason Little Alien. Sorry, I was saying Kevin Clausen again. That $5 super chat. He's a little torn between the console and the Mega Man Alpha. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my final hope. I would say if you are torn between choosing one of the two, it really depends on what you like. If you're into those Street Fighter games, you can't go wrong with that. You're going to get a lot of play out of the 6 games that they put on there. For me, it's more of the Mega Man because the games that are on there are more my style. But it's good. They got, choices.
Yeah, I think choices are good. I mean,
Let's check these out, Brad, a little bit
check 'em
more
out.
up close. I mean, I'm feeling even better about these things tonight after Super Game Room Dudes had Evercade on, because one of the things that they asked is about the price point for this. And from what he said, the price point is based on the quality. They are confirming that these are really good quality countercades. So what do you think of these, Brian? How they look?
I think they look great.
I think it was.
I like it. For a small form factor, in every way, this beats Arcade one up. It looks better. It's going to have better controls. You're going to be able to put a ton of whatever cartridges you have, you can play on this.
Yeah, you pop two cartridges in there.
Pop me back on the screen. I want to say something, Brooklyn Menace.
All right, let's bring Brad on.
I need to go on the screen, Brooklyn Menace. I got something to say about this whole thing that I find ridiculous.
All right, Brad.
The thing I find ridiculous about this whole argument is people spend $200 on a New Wave Toys mini arcade, and how is this any different than a New Wave Toys? That's what I'm saying. This is no more ridiculous than buying a New Wave Toys arcade, in my opinion.
That's true. Well, the New Wave Toys,
I know it's a replica, but these are little tiny. This is a little tiny Street Fighter replica. I think it's cool, and I think the price point is right in that same price range as a New Wave Toys Replicade.
I look at the New Wave Toys almost like my father's train collection. I don't see them as something that I would buy to play besides the Golden Tee, because you have now, the GRS control deck that's coming out for it. I look at those as more setting up a really cool diorama. And it's like, I've been amazed lately seeing some of the pictures coming out of people that collect these that really put the time and effort into every little fine detail. And then they take close-up pictures where if you looked at them quick, you would not realize that it's not a real arcade. So to me, that's a totally different market. I don't like if I was into those, I'm not buying those to play them. I'm buying those because I'm a huge fan of retro arcades and I want to set up a mini authentic, display that people can enjoy and look at. Do you agree with that, Brad?
I agree with that. You have a very brilliant comment from Kevin Clausen, who gave you a super chat of $2, Brooklyn. He said, to those that are upset, more competitors is always better. I mean, look, so iArcade dies. There's no competition. And what happens? Everything screeches to a standstill. I mean, the competition is good for the market always. It's going to make iron sharpens iron. Do you agree, Brooklyn Menace?
Yeah, I do. And I also want to give a shout out to Kevin Clausen with that $2 super chat. To those that are upset, more competitors is better. It's like,
it is for better, me, 100%.
Like, Evercade's been
You're gonna get better stuff
for a while, and if this is just going to get them out there to more people, how does it hurt? You know, they're giving you a ton of different options.
And if let's face it, Brooklyn,
jump in.
Brooklyn, it's retro. It's retro gaming. I mean, what's more retro gaming than Evercade? They do indie games. They support retro gaming. I mean, I could get behind this. I kind of like the vibe overall with Evercade, from what I've seen.
So yeah, let me show you something. So you buy your standard countertop arcade, right? And you have the games that are in it. The way I looked at it when they announced this is I'm thinking of this. This is like my collection here. All of those purple cartridges, those are all arcade games, right? So I have 10 of those. Plenty of games on there already that are meant to play on a little arcade platform. So you go with the deluxe, you got the Sanwa buttons and sticks. It's a no-brainer for me. Then you even got the home computer collection there. Then I got tons.
Hey, Brooklyn, go back to that picture real quick. I just want to point something out. Go back to that last picture. You notice the boxes that are open are the Toplin arcade collection and the IREM collection. Those are the ones where the plastic is cracked. We've got the Technos. I mean, let's face it. Brooklyn, the ones that have the plastic unwrapped, that is going to be the cartridges I would buy for this machine.
I'll tell you this, people from the
exactly those cartridges
that have seen my collection say, dude, you got to open your games. But I'm like, I've spent 20 hours on one game on a cartridge that has, 17 games on it. It's like, I don't need to crack all these open because it takes such a long time just to get through one cartridge if you're enjoying the games on it. So I just leave them sealed until I'm ready to play them.
Man.
But yeah, these are all the console collection games that I have. So you can see all those. And then on the end, I have some extra boxes because, if a box is not in good condition,
you're ready. If you accidentally break a box, there you go. You're set.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like having all that. How is it? It's a no-brainer for me. It's another way I can enjoy this stuff that I already like,
I know. And I mean, honestly, this is no more ridiculous than buying a New Wave Toys Replicade. It's no more ridiculous than buying an Atari 400 Mini. It's just another retro gaming thing to have. If you want to, if it interests you, buy it. If it doesn't, I can understand the negatives and the positives, but
it's also
at least you're supporting a company that's into retro gaming for real.
Right. It's not like you need to clear up space for this thing.
I know, it's so little. I could sit it right beside my New Wave Toys. It would be fine up there.
So you can see there by these pictures, you have the two USBs in the front, so you can hook up two of the controllers. You got a little headphone jack there. You got the two cartridge slots. You got the coin button, which I believe might be the power button for this thing. I'm not sure exactly, but that's a nice addition that they have a light up coin button on the front. I think one thing that would have been nice is if they designed something where it covered the two cartridge slots. There could be, something that just flaps down.
I kind of like that. I don't know what it is about it. I kind of like that. I hear what you're saying. They might not have done
that, knowing that it's probably
someone would probably break it right away. Yeah. It'd get broken right away.
But it would just look cool. You put your cartridges in, and then you fold it down, and it just covers the.
Brooklyn, how short do you think someone's going to 3D print something that's going to be able to do something like that? I bet.
Oh yeah, G.I. Joe will get one of these, and it'll be a stand-up arcade in a few weeks. He's going to be able to add to his business there. Because he's putting out the bottoms for the arcade 1-up countercades. Yeah, I'm cool with it. Leave it like this. I have a feeling from listening to the Super Game Rooms dudes tonight, when they said that the price justifies like the quality of this. I think that this will have a little bit of weight to it. And yeah, man, I'm going to enjoy it. I can do the 8-inch screen. It's so this would not be the only way. I would like if someone was jumping into Evercade for the first time.
Yeah.
This format, if they enjoy playing it on a small screen, that's fine. If this is the only thing they have, that's why I'm glad they have the USB slots for the controllers. But there are certain games that I would get more enjoyment out of downstairs on the bigger screen, because they've recently started moving into like getting like 64-bit games from kind of like the Nintendo 64 era of games. Those games are not going to translate well to an arcade stick.
Yeah.
But if you want to play it there on the smaller 8-inch screen, which I think is going to be of good quality, yeah, plug your controller in. And you know what? The good thing about Evercade, you can pretty much plug in any controller. I've thrown a USB cord into my Xbox 360 controller and it just plays. So there's lots of options for this. I get the most enjoyment, like I was saying on Rexer last night, playing with my 8BitDo arcade stick. But then I got into a few games where I'm like, it's just not working because you need to have those shoulder buttons for some of the games. When you get into a game with shoulder buttons, forget about the arcade control. But there's so many freaking games already on the arcade, on the Evercade and the iArcade.
And the iArcade. The iArcade has more games
I love both of them.
than this machine.
There's so many games on the Evercade that translate very well to this style of play. So people that jump on these and get these, I think are going to get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
What happened, Brooklyn? All I'm seeing is Evercade.
Yeah, I know. I was going through some of the pictures. So here it is.
Okay.
Here it is with the lights out.
Conversation. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't, at first when I saw the pictures, I wasn't sure if they had a light up marquee. Also, marquees are replaceable.
Oh yeah, and look at that. Look at, are they washed out? Are they all washed out and jacked up?
It doesn't look washed out.
That's what I'm saying. This is like if Arcade 1UP actually cared about quality, this is what we would be looking at. Things like this.
Why didn't they think about swappable?
That's another reason why I'm kind of waffling towards supporting Evercade and getting one of these. I mean, I think it's pretty neat.
It looks like a solid little device. You know what would have been cool if they would have figured out a way to switch between 4-way and 8-way, like just even.
Oh
like
man, the GRS mod would be so easy. As long as there's enough room, you could just plug that mug right into the bottom of that SamWa joystick. That's like a 2-second thing. If you could just plug it, if there's enough space.
There's no way you're fitting that in this thing because look at the cartridge slots. They recess
you don't think so?
Underneath. Like, yeah, you're not gonna have room for that.
It depends on where the brains of this thing are. You'd have to get one and open it up.
Yeah, so
I'll be one of the first to open it up, I'm sure. But Rexer Show has a comment. He has a comment I want to address. He said he'd rather have an iArcade bar top than the Alpha. The problem with that is iArcade is gone. They were selling their machines for $300, and that was a hell of a deal. But that's you can't just I can't go on my Facebook Marketplace and find one.
But
so I mean that's not an easy option for everyone.
If Rexer had an iArcade bar top and he had it modded, I think he'd got a lot of enjoyment out of it.
I think 100%. He would have too, for sure.
Brad, we didn't say hi to the chat tonight. You ready to do that?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Big Friday night arcade show. Welcome to Carl O. Welcome to the show. Shotgun Sean. Welcome to the show. We got my family here, of course, hosting the show with us. We got our favorite moderator, Jason, in the chat. We got Kevin Clausen coming in hot. Rich Dello, glad you're here. You scroll a little bit. We got To Die For. Good to see you. We have, keep scrolling. We got Arcade Talk. T. McCloskey. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here.
T.
McCloskey of Arcade Talk. And as a huge Act Games fan, I think you could be a fan of Evercade too. It's kind of a different thing. This is more collectible. And let's see, we got To Take the Time. Welcome to the stream. MG, welcome to the stream. Rexer Show, of course. You're always welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Rexer. Had a great
Rexer
time on
Show is a
Rexer
great channel.
yesterday.
It's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. He says why are we finding less convenient ways to play games and be happy about it? You want to answer that one? He's going to come in with some zingers.
It actually, Rexer, for me, it actually is convenient.
It is
because
convenient for
I
him. You
don't
just
always
put a
get
cartridge
the
in.
opportunity to go downstairs and enjoy my VS on the TV downstairs because it'll be in use by the rest of my family. So I can pop this right here to my right. It's not going to take up a lot of space. And anytime I'm sitting over here, enjoying YouTube shows like the Rexer Show, and I'm like, you know what, I want to play a game. I could just pop in and play a game for a little bit, play shoot 'em up, beat 'em up, whatever, and I'll get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is just another cool retro thing, though, too. I mean, like, we all love these. We love these replicades. We love these, miniature arcades. And I think this is just another cool thing that's being offered. And
I'm surprised
here's the thing.
Kev hated it. So
Believe
much.
it or not, like, I want to get some of the retro, like the indie modern games that you were showing me on. Like, I wouldn't mind playing like Donut Dodo and
That's
stuff
the
like
other
that.
thing. I should have brought up that point last
There's
night.
a lot of really cool indie games that you can play on the Evercade right now that I'm missing out on. And I wouldn't mind playing those games.
Yeah, a lot of the indie games translate very well to
The simple
arcade
controls,
system.
too.
Yeah,
A
another way you can
joystick and a
play
button.
Donut Dodo, Brad.
It's yet another way I can play Donut Dodo. There's never too many ways to play that game. I
Maybe it
love Donut
also
Dodo.
is a little bit of like a mental thing because when you actually take the time where you're not just grabbing a ROM and putting it on something and you have 10,000 games, when you actually purchase something, I think because you paid money for it, you kind of take more time to appreciate the games on it and you give them more of a shot than when you have like 50,000 games.
I know it's like limited selection versus basically unlimited selection.
Because it's different when you purchase something. You have a cartridge, you have a booklet, you open it, you read a little bit about the games. When you're on an Evercade, you don't just turn on the game. The game is there. You have a nice artwork for it, and it'll tell you the year it came out, give you a description about it, so a little recommendation, and then you also, like I said, have the booklet. So you it's less because it's like a curated collection on each of these cartridges.
You're more likely to play the games. Yeah,
you take more time to enjoy them instead of just like popping something on that has so many things on it. It's almost like that Netflix effect. You spend more time scrolling through movies than you do watching one.
Not me. I mean, for me, it's there's so many great games that I have access to. I mean, I just it's almost unlimited. I like having the selection too, but I think there's something to limiting your selection sometimes too.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. If Rexer had one of these, he'd hate it. He'd probably throw it out his window in 10 seconds. But because he has authentic stuff.
Oh yeah, and there's something to be said for that. 100%.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still playing ROMs on an Evercade cartridge. You're not playing FPGA emulation. It's just ROMs.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also supporting indie games. They're doing some cool things, which I'll give them credit for.
Yeah, they are doing some great exclusives like what they did with the Duke Nukem collection, bringing out 1 and 2, which I've always wanted to play, and bringing them out in a widescreen format, crystal clear. Like the graphics are so sharp. It's not like a stretched image on your screen. You can pop it up 16:9 on your big screen TV, and it's just great.
And
but if you want to see what it looked like in the original style, you can switch over to that. So you have that option still there if you want to see the original format. But once you see what they've done with it, you won't want to switch back to the old style.
And it looks like they're taking care to actually make sure the games play right. Like when he was talking about that Glover game that they ported from the N64.
Yeah.
I was like, they did a lot to that to make it play right on Evercade. And to me, that's good. You know, I mean,
I'm playing that. That game is super frustrating. I was telling my
it
family
looks frustrating from when you were
before the
playing it,
show.
but I'm saying at least they took care to make sure that it ported right.
Yeah, but it's frustrating in a way that if you go back and try to play anything from the N64 era, it wasn't like back then where you had one stick that you would move your character and another stick where you would look around in your view. Remember, you'd have to like hold down a shoulder button if you want to look up and down.
Yeah.
But that's how the game was. So
that's the way when people play Tomb Raider, they're going to be in shock because those controls are primitive compared to what we're used to today, you know?
Yeah.
But that was the way it was back in the day, you know?
Let's see what's going on in the chat room here. What does Rexer have to say? You can read the comments, Brad.
I have the
scrolling
best
through
way
some
to
of these.
play Evercade games, in my opinion, Mister, for all the console games as well as arcade and a multi-cade with all the games. And that is a good selection. He has a lot of choice right now. But, you know, once again, this is really a different kind of thing. This is for people like to collect cartridges and physical media. I see this as kind of a different category.
I didn't even look at this as like, as being a longtime fan of Evercade. I didn't even see this when this was released as like, oh, you know, here we're breaking into the home arcade community. I still see this. This is just something new for the Evercade community. And most people that have the Evercade are huge fans of it. There are channels where they hate everything, you know, that they put out. But you know, as with any community, but yeah, it's been one of those things like since back in the iArcade days, you know, I was ranting and raving about the Evercade because there was so much crossover between the two.
Oh, it's like the same stuff. Yeah, same games. Same,
Yeah, and
a lot of the same games list.
I'm glad early on I decided on getting some of the cartridges anyway, because early on I was like, well, why do I need this cartridge? Because I already have it, pretty much every one of these games on the arcade. But what would happen is I was enjoying these games so much that all of a sudden I'd see that Evercade cartridge and there'd be one or two more titles that iArcade hadn't obtained yet. And I was like, well, I want to play those too. I love all the other games from this developer. So this one has a few more. So I would get them for those. And that's how I was introduced to like games like Glass. Which,
I'm kind of curious what Randy has to say. As
what do you
someone
have to say there?
As someone new jumping into the Evercade pool, because look behind him, he has an At Games Legends Ultimate, as I have two of them behind me. You can play thousands of games on these machines. So what pushed you to get an Evercade over just playing them on your At Games?
Before we hear from Randy, let me just cover this real quick. If you're in the Discord group, or just hit me up, there is a very simple file that you run and it will immediately fix the sensitivity. It makes a massive difference. Simple fix. It literally takes 10 seconds. Run a file, run a little program, and it's done.
Brooklyn Menace, I almost wish I could reverse it. Because it was so sensitive originally, it was so fast. Like when they desensitized it or whatever, it got harder on some of the games.
Yeah.
Just depends on the game, but you know.
Yeah, DM me. I'll get you over what you need. I saved everything. Just in case I ever had reset my arcade, but now that we can delete games, I don't think I need to do that anymore. My
second At Games AL, you have a good question in the chat. Why do I have two ALUs? Because I was in Sam's and I got the second one for $200. $200. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think
they Brooklyn Menace, the barbecue pits had to go there. That thing had to go. They didn't care what they were going to get for it. I walked out of Sam's with a brand new ALU for $200 straight out the box. So it was a no-brainer. You know, I already know what I was getting. It's great. I love it. So
Rex, I'm going to be checking Kev Gret's camera every time. right. Right.
Paulo says only 2 ALUs. I'm slipping.
We're
only got 2 of them.
We're going to see Kev Gret's going to have one of these like snuck under his pinball machine trying to hide it in the background. He's going to get one. He can't help it.
Yeah, he's going to have it in his closet. He'll put it in his closet when he's on the Rexer show. It'll be his closet
He's
alpha.
going to have to hide it. Here's the difference. Kev hit me up immediately. I hadn't even seen the trailer for the alpha yet, even though I was very sure that it was going to be some sort of countertop arcade that put 2 cartridges in it. So I kind of hit it on that. And I've been speculating that for a long time that was coming. And when I saw that they were releasing new hardware, it was the only thing that made sense. But Kev has that Intech deck in his modded Arcade 1-Up. So he already has his VS hooked up through that. So he's already playing his stuff in an arcade format.
On arcade format. So he kind of already skipped to the second generation of what this thing will be in a way, which is a little miniature cabinet.
Yeah, he's already
or like a bar top with 2-player controls. You know, like I said, the main sticking point for me that really stuck this to not be 100% like immediately must have is the no HDMI out. Other than that, I liked everything I saw.
That's tough because for me,
that's tough for me.
This is something that you would jump on, Brad, and it would
100%
bring you into the Evercade family with me.
Yeah, I know.
But I was like, damn. Like I would actually almost tell
so
you,
close. They got us so close.
Get the VS because I want everyone that is on this show to have the ability to have that HDMI out, so we could start adding in some Evercade games. That we can play during the show. And if you're just joining us now, we will be playing 2 of the games that is included on the Mega Man version of the Alpha, Carrier Airwing and Knights It Around. 2 awesome games.
Yeah, and I like these are the deeper cuts because everyone knows Mega Man, everyone knows Final Fight, right? Everyone knows those games. Those are heavy hitters. These are like some of the deeper cuts.
They are, but they're great. And here's another thing. I think the switchable marquee idea is
brilliant.
I know me. I'm gonna leave all mine in the box and just the one that I want, I'll put that in. But here's why it's a good idea where I'm talking as far as like for Evercade, because I can see Funstock putting out like you'll get future arcade collections, and then they're gonna have like limited bundles that are gonna come with marquees that you can only get if you buy that bundle, or they'll sell these marquees for like $20. So
yeah,
$20 or so I can see them going for. And it's just something that you could just keep changing the look, or if it's just like you get a marquee for a game that you really enjoy, you pop it on there.
I mean, I love marquees that you can change. Look behind me. I mean, I
think it was Jason that made this point, which
Bitpixel.
I really agreed with. It would be really cool if they just came out with like a limited standard like alpha version where it's not even skin. Like you could do like all black sides with just like the Evercade alpha logo on it, and then you could just change the marquees to whatever you like. Or I also, one thing.
I mean, it's so small. I mean, it wouldn't be much to skin it to whatever you want it to be. It's so little,
Another thing I was thinking about, Brad, is they should, like with the deluxe versions, they should have made it where no matter which one you bought, you get, all games from both of them on the deluxe.
That would have been cool.
That would have been another good, selling
especially
point
since you can't buy the cartridge. You can't buy the Street Fighter cartridge, or you can't buy the Mega Man cartridge. These are, but
But I see this, like Kev was talking last night when we were on with Rexer, that, right now they only have 10
I was surprised.
Cartridges.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't make them where you could interconnect them, like so you could play Street Fighter with 2 arcade joysticks.
Yeah.
That would have been smart, because then that would have been a reason to buy 2 of them instead of buying 1. So you could have both joysticks, but they didn't do that. I was
Yeah, I
kind of
agree.
surprised they didn't do that. That would have been
That
that'd have been kind of a
good
cool
idea.
feature, you know, for like hardcore Evercade people that already are into this big time.
Yeah. Well, the hardcore Evercade people will probably be buying.
They'll probably buy both of them either.
Anyway.
They'll keep them both in the box.
And with
Put it
the
on the
extra
shelf.
marquees, like some people just will possibly just stick those up on their wall, use them as decorations, or display them on a counter or something like that.
I don't think they'll have a Street Fighter cartridge because I think Capcom stipulated that they have to be. They're not allowing that. Is that correct, Brooklyn Menace?
Yeah. The only way that they can get Capcom right now is it's got to be
Locked to
built
the
in.
machine.
So the way it is, when you turn on your Evercade, it's not like those Capcom games pop up. They have different menus. The menu that pops up when you turn on your Evercade is your cartridges. Whatever. If you have 2 cartridges in there, then every single game will pop up from those, and you could organize them. You can organize them now by the date that the game came out. You can organize it where it only shows one cartridge or the other or both, just in alphabetical order. And they've recently did a big firmware update where you can actually see your entire collection. So you can set it where you see the front cover of the cartridges that you own, or you can see it as the spine. And you can also, they've broken every single game down into categories. So let's say you're looking to play a game, you got 50 something of these cartridges, right? Instead of coming up and sifting through them and seeing what you want to play, jump on your Evercade, go to your collection, go to whatever. I'm in the mood to play an RPG. Hit RPG. Every RPG on every cartridge that you own will pop up. If you don't own it, it can pop up, and it will show you where you can purchase the cartridge if it's still available, right? But if you own it, you go through, you see the description of the game, and you're like, yeah, I want to play that one, and it tells you, okay, this is on cartridge 37. Go grab that, pop that one in, and you're good to go. So it's organized.
Hey, look,
I like that they added that.
We got a bunch of new people in the chat. We got Video Game Vegas. Welcome to the show. Marine 50, Elio, and Kevgret is in the chat. Brooklyn Menace.
What's up, Kev?
If we got Kevgret, we could kick Frankie off. If you don't know, if you watch Papa Brad's gaming channel, that's kind of like my mascot. You know where I rescued him from? He was in the city dump.
Kev could have come on tonight, but every time I ask him to come on, he's always out and about or doing something on the weekend.
Yeah, Kevgret,
So
if you
it's
want a
good seeing
link,
him
let
here.
us know. We'd love to have you join.
Yeah. So this is not for him, but it's definitely Rexer's not buying anything from Evercade.
Oh, no.
But I still think it's smart for them to add this in to
It makes sense.
to the
It makes
choices.
sense.
of
Way to
ways
play it on the
it.
TV, way to play it handheld, way to play it in arcade format. It makes sense to me. Like you said that a long time ago when you first heard about the name. You said it's going to be some kind of arcade product. Because that's the only way you can't play the Evercade games is in arcade format. It totally made sense that this is a good move for them, at least, as far as strategy.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt having it. I was shocked by the popularity of the Super Pockets, even though I have them because I wanted to have the limited 2-box collection of both of them. It's like I just can't see myself unless I'm away and it's my only option. Then I'll play that. But the screen is it's way too small for me, but it's also very convenient. The thing is small enough to actually stick
I
this thing
can't
in
go
your
too
back
small.
pocket.
I'm too old. I can't see that. I can't
Yeah,
see it. Like
that's
if
my
it's too
problem.
small, my eyesight's not good enough.
Certain.
Hey Randy, what cartridges did you pick up? I'm just curious. What were your first cartridges you bought?
Your mic's not on. We just figured he was sitting there quiet the whole night.
Oh, I just figured he was quiet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just trying to bring him in.
there he is. Look at him.
You back?
It's the My Family Show.
Okay.
Tell us all about your new Evercade cartridges. Yeah, those look awesome, man. If anyone can guess which cartridges My Family is holding up, you win $20.
Wow.
We can't hear you, dude.
His mic must be shut off.
Yeah, just your mic's off. Just, you know what your best bet is? Just leave and then come back. That usually fixes everything. Should we let him back, Brad?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's not let him back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my family, Kev Gret. Professional streamer. I finally, he's been a part of the show now for a while. I finally convinced him to stop being scared of being part of a show. I mean, he plays VR with us all the time. But
yeah, Randy's cool. I love Randy.
Yeah, he's just not used to being. He's
on
not
camera.
used to being on camera.
He's not used to this YouTube game, Brooklyn.
But one thing he is used to is competing, and he loves.
He is excellent at games.
Just like Brad and I, he loves playing games. So we love having him here because he's always, a challenger. Even though he can't stream his games properly, we can never see his score. So we always have to go.
He does the best he can.
Yeah, we trust him though.
We trust him. He's a good guy.
Think he's coming back, Brad?
I hope so. Kev Gret says, rumor is the Intellivision carts are going to go out of print. You going to scoop up some of those?
Yeah, it's not like they hide it. I mean, just go on the site and it'll say legacy. And if it's something that you think you're going to want in the future and regret not having, then grab it. Grab it now.
Yeah.
All right, he's back. Can we hear him?
I wonder if it's because Atari. I wonder if it's because Atari bought Intellivision that they're going to lose the license.
Man, I had tons of interesting things to say.
I'm sure you were saying.
I wanted to hear what cartridges.
Things. Yeah.
Tell us about what cartridges you picked.
Brooklyn made me get 2 of them. The one I picked was Good Boy Galaxy.
Good choice. Kev Gret will agree.
And then the other ones is Demons of what? Asterborg?
Yeah.
And then
that's a great cartridge.
All Was Awakening. Oh, the Cathedral.
And Cathedral.
Yeah.
Very good choices there.
Well, you convinced me 2 out of the 3, so.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, there are cartridges with way more games, but those are some of the best choices for the indie dual carts. You're not going to go wrong with any of those games. It was weird on Good Boy Galaxy. You would think I would have bought that, which I did buy it with the intention of playing Good Boy Galaxy, and that was the first thing I turned on. And then I turned on Witch and Whiz and got completely sucked in. So I haven't even beaten Good Boy Galaxy yet, but I did beat Witch and Whiz, which was freaking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I challenge anybody to try to get through all over 100 puzzles in that game without rage quitting. There were puzzles that I was stuck on for days where I would just turn on the Evercade and I would just be sitting there saying, this is impossible. This can't be done. But eventually you figure it out. And they have cool little things in the game in Witch and Whiz where you can hit like the B button. You can hit a button where you're just like, I don't know what the hell I did, and just reset and start over. But you can also hit a button and just backtrack a step and try to figure out the puzzles that way. But man, that game screwed with my mind and got me on a kick to play a lot of puzzle games. And on the Indie Heroes collection, the newer one, yeah, it was like one night I blew through like 2 or 3 full puzzle games.
Now, what was Witch and Whiz originally played on?
These were indie games that you can possibly just buy, maybe play on Steam. They're, indie developed games. Oh, you got Mr. Run and Jump. I kind of like now Brad's mic is off. I love the Friday Night Arcade Show.
sorry. I didn't want to. I love cartridges. Look,
here,
here's
hold
a brand
on.
new.
Just to make everyone feel good, let me just do this.
Hey, Brooklyn. You got to throw your hands up.
There we go. We should just all start off muted on this show.
I'm actually not muted. I'm just messing with you. But yeah, I mean, I love cartridges. Cartridges are cool. I mean, I like having physical media. I think it's fun.
Hey, let's say what's up to Steps.
Hey, how are
All
you?
right,
Why,
look at that.
Is that a theme park behind you?
In a theme park, I see a roller coaster.
Yeah. I just rode roller coasters in the dark, pitch black, wooden coasters, pitch black,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
anything with the brakes off. It was amazing. Like, I'm speechless.
Hey, Brooklyn, kick Frankie out and give her a whole quarter.
A whole quarter.
Yeah. There we go. We're back to having 4.
Yeah.
Welcome
Okay,
to the stream, Steps.
There's a big blue right there. It's like I'm at home.
I know.
It's like just like home, man.
Hey, shout out to Video Game Vegas with that $2 super chat.
Video
The
Game
Alpha
Vegas
is
is
the
legit.
First Commodore 64 arcade machine. Lots of different things you can play on there with all the collections.
Dude, I would
they
be
have.
geeking out. I'd be playing stuff like Bruce Lee on the Commodore 64. They have that in the cartridge, don't they?
Yeah. I think they had to change the name for licensing reasons to like just Bruce.
But we know it's Bruce Lee.
I hear it's frustrating. I haven't played it yet.
I love it. I mean, that's a great game.
Yeah, I haven't even opened up my Commodore 64 collections yet. They have 3 of them.
It's Holiday World.
It's not normally open this late. It's for like a roller coaster enthusiast.
That's awesome.
They're open till 11. They're on the last rides right now. I basically got kicked out. So there's some people that bid on the last rides and they're riding. They paid. So that's what's going on.
Well, that's cool, man. You've been living the life, Steps. Been living vicariously through your adventures of theme park plunge. Tell us about your channel.
When you can, man. This is my.
Tell us about your awesome channel and all the theme park stuff you're doing. I've been watching it. I love it.
Just
It's great.
Theme park plunge. You can see it all. I don't want to commandeer the video game stream, but theme park plunge, and obviously I'm still doing stuff on Steps Gaming, and I'm looking forward to the Evercade, which it looks like you got on the screen. The Evercade
Steps recently, unfortunately, lost her Evercade, the EXP.
At a theme park, huh?
At the hotel.
Hotel.
Oh,
on
wow.
on one of her adventures, though. She was on the road in an adventure.
Yeah.
Somebody made off with it. Man, that really stinks.
Yeah, I filed a report, but it didn't do any good. I mean, I guess there's still a prayer, but I doubt it, So we're going to move on, and I'm going to buy, probably as soon as possible, one of those littler handhelds, and then I'll get the Alpha and possibly a Versus.
Which one would you go for? I'm assuming the Street Fighter.
I think so. I like Mega Man, too. Mega Man's on there. So Mega Man and Street Fighter on that one, so that's good. I like Space Invaders. That could be fun to play on the road, though.
I don't think you get both. You either get Mega Man or Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Huh,
I
Brooklyn?
know.
Either-
That's why you
either
gotta
or.
choose.
That's a tough choice for Steps.
Well, no. Mega Man and Street Fighter come on the same portable unit. Like, you can get
Oh, a portable unit. Okay.
Yeah. The little, it's like the Capcom Pocket.
Mhm.
The Mega Man games that are actually on there are kind of like a fighting game. It seems like those games, you basically you choose a level, you go in and you fight a boss battle, and then if you beat that boss, you get a power.
You're talking about the Alpha, though.
No, I'm talking about the Mega Man games. It's not like they don't.
No, they got Mega Man 1 on the Pocket. Mega Man
Okay.
1. Yeah.
All right, that's different. I'm talking about on the ones that are on the Alpha. It seems like you go in a level, fight a boss, you beat the boss, you gain a power from that boss, and then you can choose at random then which level you want to go to. And then you fight another boss.
Yeah, I played that game. I mean, you can put it on, emulation or whatever. It's a good game. I think both arcades look really sweet, and I'm really looking forward to both of them. Honestly, I wish I could get both of them.
Yeah, I like Video Game Vegas's comment. He said he's not going to get the Evercade Alpha, but he's keeping his fingers crossed. They consider a 3/4 scale machine next. I mean, if this machine did well, how cool would it be if they came out with a version with 2 joysticks, with more like the iArcade form factor, where it's like
That's what it's gonna take, man.
a bar top with a base.
Yeah. So that's what it's gonna take. Are you guys going on for a while?
We'll be on for a little bit. We're gonna be getting into some 1/4 challenges too. We're going to be playing 2 of the games that are included on the Mega Man version of the Evercade Alpha.
That's cool.
So yeah, we'll be getting into that probably in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, I got a half-hour drive to the hotel. That's why I asked. So I was like, I could get on at the hotel. I didn't know if you'd still be going. So I was like, you know what? I'll just stream with the main entrance in the background real quick. I pop in. So
I'm glad you're having fun out there.
That's pretty cool.
It left me breathless. It left me breathless, man. Because I mean, you can't. There's nothing else like it in the world. You know. So
You have to visit Happy Funland one day in VR.
Yeah.
Happy Funland in VR. Okay.
Yes.
Dude, I like the
I
Kennywood
enjoyed
video.
that theme park. That was more up my alley.
When I was a kid, I used to go to Kennywood, so it was kind of cool getting to see Kennywood on YouTube. Somewhere I haven't been in a long time. It was kind of like a trip down memory lane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Some videos I put up, they do really well. Some videos not as well. Kennywood's kind of a slow-moving video, but it's a good one. And I recommend you watch it. And then Carl O watched it and commented. I appreciate that. I'm in this rainbow tunnel now. Walking
I see
under
that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got good LTE out here for whatever reason because I have Verizon and like nobody has it unless.
Do you try to video when you're on the rides?
No. They have a hard rule about that there, and they'll kick you out.
Oh yeah, I know that. Because every time I go to a theme park, I was walking around in a theme park wearing a GoPro that was strapped to me.
Yeah.
I have like a harness and it's
Strapped
strapped
to your
right
chest.
here. Yeah, strapped to my chest. And every single ride I went on,
Yeah, Disney will let
they
you.
weren't having it.
SeaWorld and Busch Gardens will let you film on the ride. Other than that, you need permission.
I still film anyway. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I'll put it away.
Brooklyn
take it
Menace.
off.
Yeah,
A rebel.
It's about to start. I'm putting it back on.
Yeah, I don't want to get kicked out of this particular event because this event is like the biggest roller coaster. There's people from Europe that were here because there's a legend of all these rides riding them in the dark with the brakes off, and so everybody's like real roller coaster enthusiasts come from all over the world. So it's kind of like a lottery, and I got lucky and got in. So
I videoed myself back in the day on King Dakar, and that thing goes over 130 miles an hour.
Yeah, that thing's great, man. I've been on Top Thrill 2, which is very similar, obviously, 420 foot tall, but that one now goes backwards too, which you saw. So, but this event's about the wooden coasters, which I really like too, you know, and they're the best in the world, really. The ones here, that's what they're known for. So, yup, awesome. Well, I will try to catch back up with you when I get to the hotel, and maybe I could commentate or something.
Yeah, we'll probably be done by the time you get back to your hotel, unless it's closed.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Well, I'm glad I at least got a chance to stop by and see how everybody was doing. And
I'm taking a page out of Rex's book. His shows are in and out, but in and out for me is 7 hours.
7 hours. Yeah. Well, that's cool. So, how many people are you talking to get in the Evercade Alpha?
I'm not trying to talk anybody into it. I'm just happy that I'll be getting one. I'll be enjoying it, and when I have it, I'll when I play on it, I'll express my opinion on it, what I think.
Hey.
But I'm like easygoing. I just enjoy these little toys and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm not very I'm not like hard on many products. If I'm just having a good time, I don't really like nitpick too much. So if I enjoy this, the Taito Egret 2, I know I'll enjoy the Alpha.
Oh, I know the Alpha will be fun, and at least the cosmetic having that Mega Man one would look cool because I like that, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. We haven't seen a Mega Man design.
I definitely hope this does well because I'd like to see more from them. This is the closest to what we had with the Night Rcade, except it's better.
I think it will, because even like,
I don't know about that. I mean, the Arcade now is pretty amazing. I mean,
yeah, it is.
You can play thousands. I mean, the community that is Once they were gone, it became even better because we got all the games we ever wanted.
Yeah, I almost don't need if in reality, almost don't need anything else.
You don't need anything else.
Two iArcades.
You have an Act Games and iArcade. You could play almost everything.
Yeah.
But this is a legal way to get stuff too, and
I think it's like a collectible. I consider this the same thing as like a Replicade. It's just something cool. If you're into retro gaming, it's another cool retro gaming thing. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a toy because you could take that same cartridge and get the console and play it on your TV. But I mean, I think it fills a small niche. I think if they would have put HDMI out in it, I would have been a lot happier. But other than that, I like it. I like that they're using SAMWA controls on the deluxe one. That's a good call. I don't know. There's stuff on Evercade I want to play. So
that you could actually play though, if SAMWA controls.
Yeah, KevGret is pretty much saying what I want to say better. I agree, Brad. It's a half-shelf collectible with more function to it. Exactly. Like, if you have a bunch of Evercade cartridges, this is like a little countercade where you can play all your favorite games. It's actually a good thing especially for people that have already collected some cartridges. That's the way I see it. I see it as a collectible.
All right. That's cool. I think I'm hoping that it does well so we can see something better.
Yep.
That's all. And
it's a step in the direction that I was hoping that they would go. I think the next step is what people were speculating, maybe more powerful systems. But that all depends on what kind of licensing they have in the future if they would need that power, because right now everything's
they don't need it. They're doing retro stuff, and that's the thing. This is a retro console.
And it is a retro.
It's for retro gamers. If you're not a retro gamer, you don't buy this if you want to play the new Call of Duty. You buy this because you like to play retro games. I mean, that's who it appeals to.
Yeah, correct. So how far do they need to go with the power?
So there you go. I like retro games, but I also kind of like that this has those indie titles too, and those fun games and things like that. Honestly, I guess I miss the old times. I miss the old times that we used to have on the show with all these crazy games every week.
I know, it was fun.
Yeah, I'd like to.
We still do it, but there's some weeks, like I know some weeks I don't do the show, and it's because I have to make the decision. Like, Ultimate Swing Golf just came out on VR. We've been really looking forward to that.
Because you cover VR a lot, yeah.
And it's like sometimes I have to make that decision. Well,
dude,
I can do one or the other tonight, So it's I always feel like with any show, it's good to give it little breaks.
Yeah, mix up, give a little breathing room,
Yeah.
Well,
and basically, my channel is I just do whatever I'm in the mood to do at whatever particular time.
There's something fun about pulling out some new modern retro game that you never heard of and just playing it. I miss those days, man. That was good. So
I think it was fun when Brooklyn discovered that game with all the egg. What was it called? The egg people or whatever. The Eggs Adventure. What was the game with the egg people or whatever?
That's Dizzy. So I was going to
Disney. When he was talking about that, it's like you're going to discover stuff that you're going to like that you're not going to have seen before.
So when I got that's the Oliver Twins collection.
Oliver Twins.
If you're getting into Evercade now, don't even bother. You're not going to get it unless you're.
But I'm saying there's other stuff on there that's probably really cool.
But I have two of them, and Kev's like, "Well, it's cool that you got them, but that cartridge is god awful. It sucks." So he already had me going in, like, "Oh yeah, this is going to suck." And
oh my god, KevGret says it's terrible in the chat. It's terrible, Dizzy. It's terrible.
Kev, I haven't even gotten through one Dizzy game. I could not stop playing the freaking game.
I love
it.
I've seen Kev review some
Technoparrot games are cool.
Kev's
Video
like Mikey.
Vegas.
That's what Mikey from the old commercial, like in the 70s. He hates everything, and then you give him life cereal. He would eat that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more forgiving, I just think that game, like those Dizzy games, if you take yourself back into that time, it was really impressive what they did. But the game is ultra frustrating the way it's designed because you can.
KevGret says, "Dude, it's an Eggman with terrible controls, dude."
Eggman.
I love it.
Doctor.
Brooklyn Menace loves that. Loves that little Eggman.
I pumped tons of hours into it, and I just rage quit.
What was the RPG you started playing, and then you just totally ignored the entire world that was on Evercade? What was that one called?
I put like 20 hours into that.
Yeah. You know, we were going to put...
you would think I would remember the name, Brad.
We're going to put Brooklyn on a Lost and Found poster when he found that RPG on the Evercade, because he just disappeared. You were so addicted to it. He was sending us videos of it.
I was sending him videos at like 1 a.m.
But, you know, sometimes those games, they get you. Some of those retro games are really cool, you know?
Now, you may turn that game on and say, oh, this sucks. But
hey, Steph, can we have a Pooyan since you're here? Can we have a Pooyan? There we go.
I don't
Kevin
know,
Clausen.
Brad, you gave me a buzzkill on the Evercade Alpha, man.
I'm giving you a buzzkill.
Yeah. Yeah, you give me a buzzkill.
All right, let's keep things moving.
Someone's got to keep it honest.
I'm bringing it all back together. Is everyone ready to get into a little gaming here tonight?
Let's do it.
I'm out.
Take care. Later.
In celebration of the announcement of the Evercade Alpha, we're going to be competing against each other tonight in 2 of the games that will be available on the Mega Man version. So you can see for yourself as we play these 2 games and say, wow, are these games that I would like to play on my little mini Evercade Alpha arcade system? So you want me to
you're gonna have to go first, Brooklyn. You have to go first because I don't know the games that well. So why don't you go first so I can at least see what I'm playing?
So we'll do let's jump into we'll do Carrier Air Wing first, okay?
Yeah, do that one first.
That's what I have loaded up.
All right, you 2 keep the show going for a second because I'm gonna have to do a quick switch over, all right?
Okay.
All right, keep it going. I'm gonna switch over to my I'm going to be playing these on the iArcade.
You can hear me, right, Brad?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
I see you have it on your ALU in the background. I like that bezel that they have. That looks pretty nice. So here we have Brooklyn Menace. He's going to be playing some Carrier A-Wing. Is that what it's called? This is one of the included games on the Alpha.
Yeah, I've never played this game.
I've never played this game. He's cranking his sound all the way up, which is what you got to do. You're streaming iArcade. Carrier Air Wing, please insert coin. That'll be on the Mega Man cabinet, which is the cabinet to the right. Looks like some shmup action going on. I just played Mad Planets yesterday. Video Game Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, that sound is cranking. The mission is to regain Tokyo. You will have to fight your way through the enemy's air force. Let's go. Target's weak point. Good luck.
What are we looking at here?
There we go. He's taking off. We got shmups.
I still remember this.
Is it like the score is like dollar signs?
Yeah.
This game is money. Boom! Now, do you have to hit a certain part of the jet, or can you hit it anywhere? Looks like he's hitting a certain spot. Video Game Vegas' Carrier Air Wing is the best. Video Game Vegas used to play this in college. Has a very unique shooting mechanics. The can't just hold on the button. To shoot fast, you need to time the rhythm of the button presses. Cavgred is saying this game is fun. Richardello says the synth music rocks. This one's having a nice run. He's at the boss level. Looked like you had to shoot that engine from what it said at the beginning of the game. Kaboom! He's made it through the first boss. Congratulations, Brooklyn. He's flying to the next area. Top gun style.
Yeah, it really looks like 1943.
Yeah. The bosses in Carrier Air Wing, you can blow up certain pieces. Destroy the enemy occupation forces and prevent. Couldn't read it too fast. Gotta hit the middle of the turret. Underneath between the top and the bottom. Brooklyn's going with. Is he going with the missiles? He's buying some gear. This is like a pretty good game. I like the little people on the carrier.
Okay.
That's a cool little detail. Fun fact from Video Game Vegas: if you want to play a more challenging version of Carrier Air Wing, try Capcom's Area 88. And if you're not subscribed, then why would you not be subscribed? Video Game Vegas has an amazing channel. Go drop him a sub. He does great content. We're getting the power up. See, what we don't know, Randy, is Brooklyn has been practicing this game for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's doing so good. Randy, we don't have a prayer.
Right.
He's on boss number 2. Has he even lost a life?
Don't forget.
This is good, though. We're getting a little preview of the game. This game will be one of the included games. Evercade Alpha. You save about, what, $30 if you pre-order it. It's $250 at regular price. The game looks fun. Oh, that reminds me of In the Hunt. Blowing a hole through the building. Looks like you have to blow holes through the buildings and In the Hunt. Very cool. He's making his way through the skyscraper. Strategically uses his missiles to clear out a spot. Brooklyn knows what he's doing. We do not have a prayer in this game, Randy. It's not going to be pretty. Because Brooklyn is making it look easy as he's probably going to make it to the third boss. Get another power up. And he is at boss number 3. Shoot the weak spot in the middle, Brooklyn.
I guess you got 40,000.
So what's the score?
40,000.
40,570? $40,570, an excellent score from Brooklyn Menace. I'm putting that in the chat. That is going to be the score to beat. I think you're all set to go, aren't you, Randy?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So we're going to be switching. That was on the Night Rcade. Randy's going to be playing this on the Legends Ultimate Arcade, ALU, At Games Legends Ultimate. It's got a nice bezel.
I don't think I'm 40,000. I just think it's. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
40,570. You got the Brooklyn. Have you been practicing this game all week?
I've never played the game before. In my
Dude,
life.
you
That
were
was the first
kicking
time I
ass.
played
You made it to the third boss.
No, I made it to the second boss. I was in the zone there a little bit. I was like, man, don't
Yeah, you were
screw
definitely
up
doing good.
at that second boss. But I did.
You
I
guys
was
have
hoping
game
to take
audio
that
this
second
time?
boss out.
Do we have game audio? I don't hear it. Oh
yeah,
yeah, I
you're
hear
good.
it. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
And you have a few choices on the.
Okay, now, like,
airplane ship.
tell me what's happening when you get to select your weapon. How does that work?
I guess you earn money.
guess you went
between
with
levels,
missiles,
and
huh?
You can buy special power-ups. You can buy more fuel. I didn't realize I was running out of fuel.
Which one did you?
I used the first one.
F-14.
I just did air to air. You could choose whichever one you want.
One of the games. Okay.
So this is one of the games that will be on the Mega Man
It's pretty cool.
version of the Evercade Alpha. As you can see why I would choose that one, because these
Yeah,
are
no
the
one-
type of
I
games
haven't
that are
heard of
more
this
up my
game.
alley.
Yeah, I like the hidden gems too. I always like to see the hidden gems.
Capcom
Like everybody
always
knows,
makes
everyone
awesome
everyone
stuff.
knows what Final Fight is, right? I would think.
It'd still be great to have that, play through that again for the 100th time.
Man, I cannot. I'm stuck.
What's the matter? You can't start it?
Right.
Freaking ad games. Sometimes you have to do that.
Experiencing
On some
technical
games, you have to like
difficulties.
insert the coin. Well, you're already in.
Yeah. I'm literally
That's strange.
stuck.
His ad game just blew up. How was that? Oh, is that Brad's noise?
Now I'm probably not gonna have game audio.
That's fine, as long as you get it working. Oh, I think Brad's playing in the background, so we're hearing his sound. It's weird on the Legends Ultimate. There are some games I'm like, well, what's the coin and what's the start? It's the same button. You can't start it?
Oh.
Oh, you're good. There he goes. Could you get sound now or no?
No, I would have to reset my capture card.
You have two planes now. Oh, what a dummy.
Hey, it's working though.
Yeah. It's fine.
Jesus.
It's actually pretty cool. I liked in the second level how you were having to like shoot through the buildings and stuff, and you had to choose in certain areas if you were going to take the high road or the low road. I was trying to go where there was more enemies to get more points.
Is there like a
There's a
special button?
power, yeah, the second button. It's just seems to be two buttons. Second button will be like your special ability, and those seem to be like fuel canisters, those glowing things. I think that's fuel too. He's doing alright. He's already up to the first boss.
Man, I can barely see those little missiles. Ah, 14,600.
That's it. It's over.
Oh man.
All right. So get Knights of the Round ready,
Okay.
because that's the one that we'll be doing next. Let's bring in Papa Brad. Brad's credit button is like on rapid fire. He hits it in like 10 credits. Sean Connery, yeah.
Anyway, there you go.
Good job, Brad.
Thank you.
Looks
Sorry,
like I
to fix the
take that
sound.
one.
Yeah, you took that one easily. Good job, Brooklyn.
Thank you. Let's switch it over.
Well done.
This will be me playing. This is another game that will be built in to the Evercade Alpha Mega Man Edition. This one is also from Capcom. This is Knights of the Round. Let me switch over quickly to my iArcade, get the sound over there, and we'll see how well I do in this one.
You've got a attack button and a jump button. So the first button is going to be
It's
attack.
it also showed that it's
jump.
I just switched it over on my GRS to 4-way because it showed on the instruction screen that it's just a 4-way game.
Is it a 4-way?
That's what it shows on the instruction
See
screen.
that? I always thought it was 8-way. So we're looking at Knights of the Round. This is a classic Capcom beat 'em up. What's not to love? Let's see what character Brooklyn's going to pick. Is he going to go with Arthur? Got 3 different characters: Lancelot, Arthur, and Percival. It's going to go with Arthur. Definitely has that Capcom beat 'em up feel. Gotta smash them barrels, get that wonderful loot. I like the way that guy's carrying his sword like it's real heavy. Reminds me of Berserk. The village is on fire! Gonna get that salad? Who doesn't need salad? It's good for you. Some more loot. Oh yeah, you got him dizzied. He's taking on the first boss, Scorn. Good job, Brooklyn. The second live. Congratulations, Arthur's defeated Scorn, 2,000 points. First level is complete. Leveling up. Stage 2, Confused Fight. Video Game Vegas says I actually beat Knights of the Round in the arcade. It's very cool that your character keeps graphically buffing up as you play. That is pretty cool. This reminds me a little bit of Golden Axe, one of my favorite arcade games. If that was a Sega game, this is a Capcom game. Definitely has a similar look and feel to Golden Axe. Taking out the fat man. Take a fun beat 'em up. It's gonna get on the horse. It's gonna get on that horse. Another fat man down. The sword man. Oh, he let the knight get on the horse. He got mowed down at stage 2. 24,290. Hmm. 24,290. Good game, Brooklyn.
All right, 24290. Who's up next? We'll stay the same order. Let's bring in my family.
Okay, I can go if you want.
You seems ready. We'll keep it the same order.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I usually always choose like the more powerful guy that's slower, but this time I kind of went for the balanced character. I was wondering if I could jump on that horse.
It looked like you could. You couldn't jump up on it?
Yeah, that's how I screwed up my game because I was.
Oh, you couldn't jump on him.
I think you were able to. I think so. Brian, I switched it back to 8-way when I was playing. I didn't notice any difference.
Yeah. It looks like, I would imagine this must be an 8-way game.
Did you hear the sounds from Magic Sword in this? Like when you pick up.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely got that Capcom magic.
Yeah, it's got that.
To me, this reminds me a lot of Golden Axe. This is like their answer to Golden Axe on Sega. You know, the Sega arcade.
How cool would it be if the Alpha had Magic Sword in it? Like one of my
I love Magic
all-time
Sword.
favorite.
I love that
Capcom arcade games.
It's so good.
Wow.
That was a Carlo game of the week.
My family's not playing this smart. Why didn't he grab all that gold if we're playing for points?
Yeah, he's leaving all the loot
grabbing
behind.
The gold, man.
He's leaving the loot behind. He's playing to run through it. Let's see. If he gets further, it might make a difference. He kind of does that spin and twirl. That's pretty cool.
Now you see like how the graphics on this are, you know. that was like kind of like my point on some of these games. Like if you put this down on a little 8-inch screen,
it'll look great.
Yeah, it sharpens.
It's gonna look super sharp.
Quality screen. It sharpens up the image of the older games. It looks good on the arcade screen. This guy, you got to daze him.
Yeah. Does this game have specials, but they take your health? Like, in Turtles, when you hit the 2 buttons, he does a spin attack, but it eats your health away. Does this game do that?
I didn't notice. On this one, it only seems like it was just like 2 buttons.
Like attack and jump.
And then you do the attack and jump at the same time. You do a more powerful move.
It's like Randy's doing pretty good. He's probably going to make it through this first boss. He's looking like he's got him, I think.
You just lost 1 character. He's got 1 left. They only give you 2.
Only 2. Wow. Brutal.
This one's on the arcade 1-ups also, on a few of them. Alright, he got through the first stage, let's see. Still beating him. That's cool, you level up. You're gonna take the stronger guy.
Yeah, I'll take the last guy.
That'll just be a little
Then
slower.
we'll show all 3 characters in the game. Yeah, I am totally leaning towards the Mega Man over the Street Fighter. The more I think about it, like with the capabilities, like I think it's like more my jam,
Yeah, it's not like you can't play those Street Fighter games
Yeah, I'd rather play the Street Fighter games on one of my arcades that has 2 controllers,
I think it's better suited for this type of stuff.
Yeah,
than
I mean,
the fighting games. Especially because you're not, unless one person's on a controller and you're on the stick, you're not going to be playing 2 players anyway.
I would imagine there's probably arcade sticks you could hook up to the Street Fighter one if you really wanted to get,
you can. You can
even play field,
Any of those 2 point whatever gigahertz, like the.
Man, I can't play fighting games with a gamepad for at all. I mean,
no, it takes it away. That's why, like, even when I when I would pick up these type of games, say on the Switch, there's something about when you're not playing it with an arcade stick. It just
I mean,
the
joystick and buttons for these arcade games. That's how they were designed,
I think he's beating me. Can't tell.
I can't tell because I can't see his score.
No, his score's not moving. Well, he's
So
up
it's
to
gonna be a
where
trust system.
I bid it. So let's see. Let's see what we
I
got.
hope Randy can hear us. We need to know his score.
What's your score?
You can't hear me.
No.
I can hear you now. What's your score?
We hear you now.
23,110. I didn't beat you.
Oh, right.
Ooh, man,
below
that was
me,
right on
so-
the edge.
I mean, 56,000.
Okay, my sound's gonna go off when I do this. So
It's all up to Brad.
okay, here we go. I gotta switch over to game sound.
Brad's gonna pick Perseus? Perseus? That's the guy I almost chose.
Jason says, "My family. That's okay. No one can see you either." Yeah, all that gold I passed forced me to go buy it. I was wanting to get it.
I mean, look at on Brad's social screen there. I mean, the game looks decent going through the arcade.
Yeah.
it was way less grainy, but I think it's also the way you're coming through StreamYard.
Yeah, it is.
Yours is way more pixelated. But that's what we keep telling everybody, like these games that we're getting on Night Rcade now, like we get everything. They play so well and they look great.
So I think when you hit the punch and the kick, or the punch and the sword and the jump.
Yeah, that's how you do like your little stronger attack.
Yeah. The sound effects is hilarious. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh, that was a close one. Now it's gonna refill his life. Brooklyn, do you remember the Alfie toy back in the early 80s?
What was it? The Alfie?
Yeah, the Alfie. It was like a little toy robot. It was like an educational robot.
Yeah, I'm sure I remember that. I just can't picture it, but I'm sure I know what it is if I saw it.
It was pretty popular.
I think I
know
had
you know
to
what
tell
it
you the
is.
truth. Because I remember having some sort of educational robot. He's doing well. He's playing it safe here.
Like, I actually want to play this after the stream.
Have you ever played Magic Sword by Capcom?
No.
You do. I'm telling you. Play that.
Is it a beat 'em up?
It's kind of like a platformer beat 'em up.
Oh, okay.
But you keep going up levels in this dungeon, and it's got that like RPG feel to it. And when you like free prisoners from their cells, they become your ally, and they all have different abilities that help you out.
Uh-oh, Brad just passed the score.
Thank you, Gigi. We're taking a little bit of a different spin on the Friday Night Arcade Show. We're actually competing in games that are going to be included on one of the Evercade alphas. Wow, Brad took it.
Yep.
Good job there, Brad.
There you go.
None of us beat that second guy, though.
By a razor's edge, I beat you, Brooklyn.
Yep,
You
got
almost came in
That was
last
by the
place.
narrowest margins. That was awesome.
You almost, that first boss, you almost lost it.
Yeah, this was an
Then you
awesome
came back
game.
to the win.
I mean, who doesn't want to have this? This is a cool for an included game. This was a good choice.
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Two very different games.
Well, Brad, now I'm thinking Magic Sword, man. Wow, that's a missed opportunity. They should have thrown that on there.
Yeah,
too.
Magic Sword.
I'd honestly rather that than having Final Fight on there.
Can you imagine if they had a cartridge with Magic Sword and Black Tiger?
Oh, also Black Tiger.
Because those two are like, related a little bit, I think.
Yeah, they would play very well on that smaller screen. Like, you wouldn't have any issues with those games. All right, you guys can switch back to your cameras.
Okay.
Unless you want to play some more games. Maybe I can see if they have those. I can see if they have, if I have those Mega Man games on my arcade, we could show those off. Those don't seem as much my style. Like, I would have preferred a Mega Man game, more of like the classic style. These seem like you're just going into like single battles in those games, from what I saw. But still cool.
Mm-hmm.
You want to you want me to see if I can find one of those games if I have it?
Yeah.
We can check it out. I don't need to play against you. We can just check out some footage of it. Yeah, let's just see a little quick gameplay clip.
Then we'll call it a night.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
In and out.
In and out. I'm ready to do more, man.
This is short for a Friday night arcade.
We're play some golf.
Just getting to the 2-hour mark. This is a short one.
I'm up for golf.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll jump downstairs after this. We can play around. I opened every course, so I was playing the other night just offline. I wasn't streaming.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you guys keep.
I think the Evercade too. It's a little different. It's definitely gonna, the people that love retro games. I think this is a cool niche. That'll, hopefully they do well with it and they pursue to come further into like a home arcade space. But,
Hey, Brad, I'll be right back. My dog's gonna take a number 2, probably. I'll be right back.
So we got Brooklyn. It's like he's going to switch to the next game. There's a few games on the iArcade. Just a few. It's got to get to the M's. To me, one of the iArcade's biggest weaknesses is the menu system did not allow you to skip letters. If they would have just allowed you to do the alphabet, that would have been a huge help now that we have literally thousands of games on the iArcade. Gigi says he looks forward to the new countercade that Atari is making from My Arcade. There we go. There's all the Mega Mans. And taking a look at which one? Mega Man X6.
So Brad, as you can see, I don't even have those on arcade yet. But you see, I have a lot of Mega Man games.
Yeah, scroll through all those Mega Mans. I was like, good lord, look how many Mega Mans you got.
Hold on, I'll scroll through.
And you don't have the ones that we're looking for.
No, well, I think those are more
arcade games. Huh?
Harder to find. Yeah, they're arcade.
Yeah. I know they put all the console ones
to Japan.
Okay, well, that is kind of cool. So it'll be a new experience. X5, X4, X3, X2, Mega Man X, Mega Man 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So, wow. Who would have thunk it, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I knew I had a bunch of Mega Man games on here, so I figured I'd possibly.
Yeah, well, we can always port them. I mean, it's not that hard to port games to the iArcade.
What else is on that? What else is on here? Let's see.
I need the games list.
We know I have Final Fight.
Yeah, Final Fight. Everyone's seen Final Fight.
Yeah. Let's see. Street Fighter. I don't have I don't think I have a photo of the Mega Man with all the marquees that show the 6 games. I'd love to get into the new game from Lilymo, the brand new game for the iArcade. It's you play it with either twin sticks or twin spinners. It's crazy, man.
Okay,
It's like
so Mega Man,
insane
the Power Battle, Mega
on-
Man 2, the Power Fighters,
yeah.
Air Wing, Knights of the Round, Strider, and Final Fight. Those are the 6 games.
Yeah, I have Strider. I can go to that.
Yeah, fire up some Strider. Let's check that out for a sec.
What game plays with twin spinners?
There's a new game on iArcade that uses twin spinners. So I want to take a look at Strider. You've played Strider, huh?
I have Strider 2 also, which is a console game. It's more advanced. I'll show you the new one. I don't think what I noticed on the new game from Lilymo Games. Let me bring it up.
Pong plays with twin spinners.
It's
There you
this
go.
game, Twin Breakers. Now I will
So does
attempt
Tune in
this.
Tokyo.
Here's what I noticed on this. This game, when I had the HDMI hooked up, it seems like all the controllers are rendered useless. Like they wouldn't work. I'll try it again, but the other day when I had it, because I was going to do a produce video on this game, so I was capturing footage, but I couldn't play the freaking game. As soon as I unhooked the HDMI, all the controls came back. So we'll see if that was just like a crazy one-off thing, but I don't know if it's going to work.
Of course, Strider is in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, so they actually ported him to that game. It's a Lilymo game.
That
I like
seems
they
to be
always
working.
put that. They always put that introduction that the time and money introduction. I thought that was cool.
It's working this time. I don't know what
This
hell
is the
going on
company
here.
that made Super Perils of Baking, which is
Yeah.
one of the games I actually completed on the iArcade.
Let me switch
that-
over and give you audio, but let me just explain
That game
something.
gets crazy hard.
I
towards
am
the end.
controlling. You are controlling both paddles in this game, left and right. So it's crazy. You really have to pay attention. And what they did is this is like a paddle Arkanoid type game, but they made built an entire story around it. Like if I sat here and let the cut screens play in the story, we'd be here for 15 minutes. And it's really cool. So check this out a minute.
A brand new game on iArcade. Crazy. No iArcade, but we still have games coming to it. I have not Video Game Vegas, so I'd have to check that out. Osman. That sounds cool. I didn't know there was a sequel to Strider. Twin Breaker, a Sacred Symbols Adventure. It's got the kind of bit tunes. A lot like Perils of Baking. It's got 2 spinners. Of course, Brooklyn's playing this on the Glenn's deck. Glenn's Retro Show makes a deck for the iArcade, which has 2 spinners. I wonder if he's actually using both spinners or a spinner and a trackball. This would be pretty complicated.
What game is this called, Brad?
Was it Twin Breakers or something like that?
So you don't have Glenn's deck on your iArcade?
No, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I just redid it. I reskinned it to Dragon's Lair.
Oh, yeah.
That was a serious project. That was like a full day of work. But,
actually, that's what you was talking about. You did a few.
Yeah,
days
I got
ago,
it
right?
all back together, but man, it was intense. It's not for the faint of heart. That's a long project. But it's beautiful. Now I'm so glad I did it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, dang, that looks good. I got the good controls with all the artwork.
So doing the artwork and the deck took you all day.
Yeah, because you got to take every control off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, everything has to go. I mean, and there's so many controls packed into that GRS deck. You know, but it was cool. I got to take every part out and see the quality. It's really good quality.
So what?
I think I was more impressed with it after I disassembled it and put it back together.
So what's the Viper board all about?
The Viper board's basically like a replacement. It's kind of like almost like a Raspberry Pi, but different. It's Glenn's proprietary, single board computer. But I have a gold cabinet. It's supposed to work good with that, where you could switch back and forth between the Viper board. I mean, I'm probably going to put mostly classic arcade games on there.
What all?
You know, the gold, you can push games to it, but it's a very complicated procedure compared to the classic iArcades. So this will give me a lot of classic games on my Space Invaders cabinet. But I generally just like supporting Glenn too because he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's always doing good things for the community, and I'm all for that. So
yeah, he's a good father also. That's my number one thing with him. So my first video I saw of Glenn's, he was modding the Data East mini arcade.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that?
I don't even remember a Data East mini arcade.
Oh man, it came out like, I don't know.
It must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, before the At Games came out.
Wow. I mean, a lot of people, he's like the grandfather of this retro stuff, retro arcade stuff. It's a pretty cool game. But you have to play both paddles. That would be so confusing. I don't know if I could do it, honestly. That would be very challenging. Especially with the, whatever your dominant hand is going to seem easy when you go to that other hand. And these games you can buy on itch.io, and you can push them to your iArcade. That was Twin Breaker. I was right. Twin Breaker by Lilimo Games. So here's a game that just came out. You can push it to your iArcade. It's pretty cool. Of course, Lilimo Games, they made Super Perils of Baking too. Next, we're going to take a look at Strider. Another classic Capcom arcade. This is a fun one. You'll notice the iArcade just effortlessly goes in and out between these different games. It's a very quick... The machine itself is really good at getting in and out of the games fast, which I like.
Yeah, it seems faster than At Games.
It is faster than At Games. It's lightning fast. As far as the switching games and stuff like that, it's really good for that. Now, do you use coin ops, or what are you using on your At Games?
Coin ops.
Coin ops? Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Awesome sauce. Okay. Yeah, this is making me want. This is pushing me more towards the Mega Man too. I think the Mega Man for me has the kind of retro games that I would enjoy playing more as far as native games. I think it's more in my wheelhouse. How about you, Randy?
Well, I used to like to play Mega Man when I was. I remember being in high school, going to a friend's house in the morning, playing Mega Man. I showed up to his house like an hour early before school. But my favorite type of game is fighting games.
You like fighting games?
Oh yeah,
So probably Street Fighter.
yeah. I can't remember the name of that Atomic Wave fighting game I was playing today. What was that? I forget.
Something Fist, huh?
The one before that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
the Battle Coliseum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one. That one's fun.
God, that game looks so good.
The Neo Geo Battle Coliseum.
Yep.
Yep. See if you have an iArcade right now. The current way to add more games is to get the Mystery Encoder mod. And I have a video on my channel that shows you how to install it. And then from there, you just basically, you can port anything to the iArcade. Anything that's in MAME. And actually now they're doing all kind of stuff besides MAME too. Look at that, that's pretty cool. So he's on a treadmill. Wow, that was awesome. Good job, Brooklyn. First stage clear.
I got you.
I mean, this is a Sega game, right? That was on the Genesis, right?
Strider?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. No, I've only seen the arcade version. There was a home version?
I was thinking it was. I don't know. I didn't know much about the Genesis, or Sega for that matter. I had a neighbor that had a Sega Genesis, and when I'd go over and play his with him, I always thought it was weird because I was always used to Nintendo. Oh, Video Game Vegas says yes, Strider was on the Sega Genesis.
Cool.
Oh, and I got a crappy port on the Nintendo.
So there you go. There's Strider. Another game included on the Evercade Alpha. pretty good selection on there with the 6 games, right?
Yeah, you got some good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't played Strider in a while, man. I remember when Strider was coming out for consoles. I was so excited for it. I actually still have. It might be Electronic Gaming Monthly, one of the real early, one of those magazines, and that's where I first saw about Strider coming to, like, I think it was coming out on the Super Nintendo. I was just like blown away by those graphics. They did a really good job porting it too. Not as good as that. That's the arcade version. Yeah, man. All right, fellas. It's been fun hanging out, talking about the Evercade Alpha, but also taking a different spin on it, where we played some of the games that are going to be
those two
included.
games were good.
Because when it comes down to it, that's the whole reason that you're getting it, right?
You get to play games, exactly.
Yeah. And looking forward to it. And thanks everyone that hung out with us all the way to the end. As always, we appreciate it. Papa Brad, my family. My family, I'll be seeing you in a little bit. Brad, I don't know how late you're staying up. Did you ever pick up Ultimate Swing Golf?
No, I don't have it yet. But
okay.
I actually probably need to get some rest. I've been fighting a cold.
Yeah.
I did get a steroid shot today. That did help. I got a little extra burst of energy. So
I get
man.
your bicep looked a little bit bigger too.
yeah, I know. Look at that, man. I'm roiding out. I'm raging. Let's talk about Evercade.
He's swole.
But anyway, yeah, thanks. I love all retro gaming stuff, though. I mean, this is my wheelhouse. I love games. I love retro games. I love arcade games. Arcade games most of all, though, for me.
Yeah.
But I do like the game selection. Looks like you're getting some good games. So
Yeah, definitely a good selection there.
I definitely want to get that Mega Man, and I want to get the whatever the premium version is. I want to get. I don't want the regular version.
Trust
I want
me,
I want the Sanwa. I want the Sanwa ready one where I don't have to mod anything.
Yeah, I'll be blowing you guys up all day that day when they're coming out. Sending me links to fun stuff. And I'm sure Nix will yell at me saying, I'm not buying anything else. I'm like, dude, I told you 50 times. I've already made this clear to Nix. I was like, Nix, if you ever hear me talk about Evercade, I'm not talking to you. I'm not asking you to buy it. You're good, man. I know he doesn't want it.
Yeah, it's all about the games anyway. I mean, it's just fun.
Yeah,
you know,
Nix is happy with what he has. He doesn't want anything else. He has 50,000 games like the rest of us to play.
Yeah,
he need to add
we all
any
do.
more stuff.
Just today, he said he had too many games.
Yeah. Speaking of too many games, I'll be at Too Many Games with Kev Gret at the end of the month. We just booked our room tonight, and that should be cool. We're meeting up on a Friday. We're staying over Friday and Saturday. So that Friday,
it's gonna be fun.
We'll probably do the Friday Night Arcade Show. I'll just bring my mobile setup, and we'll do it from the room that night. You know.
Kevgret says the room is booked, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, and I was so happy to hear that Glenn's going to be there. He's actually setting up a booth, and he's actually seeing at this point if there's availability for him to possibly do, like, you know, I don't know, just basically talk about his products. See if there's any, because they have a lot of panels there. So if there's room left, he might book himself a panel. But it'd be nice to see Glenn there and get to mess around with all those
Unacceptable
products.
Fringe is in here. He says $100. Says Brooklyn will buy both Evercades, even though he said only Mega Man one on Rexer.
Yeah, I'm only gonna get one. Yeah, I have to make choices, but I am gonna get the deluxe version. Unacceptable Fringe is not happy with this product at all.
I watched his video on his second channel.
His second channel where he's covering more
channel video
gaming stuff.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's not for everybody, but if you've already been in the Evercade ecosystem for years and you've built up a huge collection, this is exciting news for me, you know, because I have so much I can do on this. It'll just be another fun way I can enjoy it. Again, disappointed
he thinks
about
it's
no
overpriced.
HDMI out.
Do you think it's overpriced?
Well, they asked that question on the Super Game Room dudes tonight.
What do you think?
And they
Seriously.
said the price is justified by the build quality. They said the build quality.
Dude, if they can put HDMI out
is
on those
what-
cheap handhelds, how can they not put it on the arcade? That's what I don't get.
But they also look at it like this. They're giving people options. If you just want to
$224 is overpriced.
you can jump into
compared to
Evercade
this.
for $59 on the Super Pockets. But we'll see when
true.
when it comes out in the winter and people start having it in hand. People that do Evercade content, they don't sugarcoat stuff. Even the people that really like
Steps Gaming is back. Steps is back in the chat, Brooklyn.
They'll give you the positives and negatives. You can watch people that love Evercade.
Oh,
that
sure. Watch everybody.
Detail every single cartridge, and they'll tell you, what they like and what they don't like.
Unacceptable
So, we'll see.
Fringe. What's your new channel's name? I'm subscribed. I can't remember the name. I do see it when it comes up. What's your new channel? So that's a good
Yeah, you
counterpoint
could just,
video.
You could promote that in the chat room so people could check out his, more home arcade content. Although his Unacceptable Fringe channel is blown up.
Oh
man.
yeah, he's missing context. That's it.
There it
Missing
is.
context.
Yeah, check out that
Check
channel.
out his
That's
channel. He's a great
Unacceptable
YouTuber. I
Fringe.
like Unacceptable Fringe. And it's fine. The thing is, you don't always have to agree with the person, as long as they're civil. I mean, it's fine to have different opinions. I actually enjoy hearing counterpoints to what my opinion is. It's perfectly fine.
But yeah, again, thanks everyone. Thank you, Papa Brad. Thank you, my family.
Absolutely,
my family. I will
anytime.
see you shortly on the golf course, so be ready. Well, I have enough time. I think we could just, we'll play through 9 holes or whatever. Again, thank you everybody that hung out with us tonight. We always like seeing everybody in the chat room. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we will
Thank
see
you.
you on our next Friday Night Arcade Show. Brad, what do you want to say?
I was going to say thank you to Steps Gaming for jumping in. She did put up this comment I want to read from Steps Gaming. I'm happy that they have an Evercade arcade. This is what I've been hoping for. Sick of Captain Buzzkill. What, Steps? Are you serious? I think it's fine. I think people can have different opinions. I mean,
Cornercade wants to pop on. We were just saying goodbye to everyone. Cornercade, I would just stay
man,
on.
if he was on
and
here
throw you a
earlier.
link and chill out with you for a
we're
bit.
2
but
hours in.
We got. I don't even care about being 2 hours in. I want to play golf. And it's already.
Oh, maybe he was talking about
1:30.
someone else. That is
Okay.
true.
I didn't know if he wanted a link to the show. Cornercade's always welcome on anytime he wants.
Oh yeah, I like Cornercade. He's got a great channel.
Yeah. All right,
Oh,
everybody.
Shotgun Sean says, don't do it.
We'll see you next time we do the Friday Night Arcade Show.